Hello, this is Taslan, and I'm in Siegfried Line Encounter mode in my VK 2801 for Volume 2 of the Lighthouse series, Scouting Made Simple. In Volume 1, we looked at spotting and using environmental concealment to shield us from being seen while we fired our weapon. And I'm going to use this video to demonstrate the three situations that we explained in Volume 1. Those are the basic setup where you pull into a bush, see a target, and fire. And because you lose camo value of the bush when you fire, if the target is close enough or somebody else is close enough, they see your tank, and then you either have to shoot it out, run for cover, or whatever. And then the advanced method, where before you fire, you back up far enough that the bush turns opaque and all you can see is the red silhouette outline of the target, and then you fire at it and it won't be able to see you. If there's enemy off to the sides that the bush doesn't mask you from, they'll still be able to see you. And finally, the third method, the expert method, is called double bushing, where you put 2 layers of environmental concealment between you and the target, and that just even further minimizes the risk of exposure as you fire your weapon. So, in this battle there's 3 enemy scouts, and my team's not necessarily all that skilled. I don't get an ace in this. I only get, I think it's a first class. But it's a good battle. It goes down to the very end, and I get to demonstrate all 3 techniques, so hopefully you'll be entertained as we go through this. Now I normally start off running up here, I used to, and come back around before they changed the spotting mechanics, but now with the instant sight, I get seen too often doing that, so I'll pull up here to a bush, spot a little bit, and then take off. So I'm getting a couple, it depends on where people go, how much you see. Now I'm in a bush, I'm spotting, I'm going to try to hit the T-37. This is just the basic method right here. If he hadn't gone down behind that little hill, he would have seen me. And I'm bailing anyway. I don't want to stay there because enemy tanks come this way and they come this way and they end up spotting me. And you'll see in a second one enemy tank did exactly that. I think a T-43 came up there. There he goes. If I had stayed there, the T-43 probably would have proxy spotted me. Looks like the SU-122 is south of the road there. He might be coming south. I'm going to move over there. We have a 3001 medium headed north along the 0 line. A little bit too fast, probably. Sometimes the enemy doesn't guard the 0 line and you can get away with doing that. Nope. There's 2 scouts over there and a medium. Okay, 3001's toast. Here comes the 122. There goes the 122. I'm going to pull over here and see if I can see where that T-37 went. So there was 2 mediums, 2 lights, a TD, and who knows what else over in here to fire at him. Okay, here's method number 2. I get in the bush. I don't want to be seen. He's close enough to see me, so I'm going to back up. Bush turns opaque. I see the outline, and I go to fire, but he goes back down behind the hill again. So I didn't get to fire, but you get to see what I'm talking about. You back up until the bush goes opaque. You see the red outline silhouette of the tank. Bingo, he's not going to see you when you fire. Much safer than the first method. .59-16 went down after the 3001. Too late. You're going to die too. Now the 3001's complaining because everybody was so far back they couldn't help. Well, it's not that they were so far back, it's that you went way deeper than you should have in a medium that early in the fight. What did you think was going to happen, dude? It wasn't your support's fault. It's the fact that you outran your support. You got carried away. So I'm hoping he exposes himself again. He may be running away. I can't fire at him because of the bunker. Oops, maybe he's coming back. I think he saw the bulldog and decided to come back and duke it out. Now I almost have a shot here, but because of the dynamics of the 105, the ballistics of it, if I shoot low enough to hit him, I'm going to hit that mound of dirt, and if I would have shot to trying to lead him, I have to aim at the air ahead of him, and it would have thrown the round high. I couldn't shoot where I needed to hit him, so I'm just going to move down here and try to help the bulldog out, or the Hellcat out. If there's anybody sniping at him, he's going to die. Somebody just hit him. That wasn't the T-37 that did that much damage to him. So I'm thinking right now I'm going to come in, shoot, ram, get behind the bunker. I need to smack him, back up. In case there's anybody over here sniping, I'm out of their way. Anybody down in here sniping, I'm covered. As soon as I get invisible again, I'm going to head to the north and see if I can find Artie. We're down 2 tanks. We exchanged kills, so we're still down 2 tanks. Check out the corner first, and then I'll move across the A row. See if I can find any more Artie up there. Nobody here. Usually you'll see them as you move in, but sometimes they sit way in the back, and if they're small, you have to get up close enough to proxy spot them. Oh man, there's a 152. He's too far away for me to discharge at him. He's going to blow me away if I do. So I'm going to try to suck him in closer to me and hope the bishop doesn't shoot me. I need him to get up close to where I can charge right up against him. Well, I don't have to worry about the bishop. Our Hummel took him out. Come on, guy, get closer, get closer. He's getting to where I'm going to have to shoot him. Hopefully I can track him. But I hit him straight on. He almost blows me up, but at least I'm behind him. Now he's dead. One more shot. Oh, M44 takes him out. Fireball, man. So we're ahead. We're ahead 4-3, but not looking good because that 100 Yankees moving in on our Artie. So I doubt we're going to have the. We're not going to have extra tanks for long. They're going to disappear unless they get a good shot in. I think they both shot, so probably not much chance. There goes the Panther. I'm looking for the Mike 44 as I come across there. I don't know where he's at. I just have to hunt. The other 2 tanks were down on the south half of the map. Oh, capping. I bet that's the 44 right there. I'm gonna cut over here, move a little to the left, hopefully be able to use bushes to come in on him. I can't risk getting hit. Artie can't even hit close to me. He'll blow me up just with his splash. There he is. Perfect position in bushes. This is like situation number 3. Have a couple bushes in the way, but having bushes doesn't mean you're going to shoot straight. So that screwed me over. I'm going to have to go find him. There's gaps in the bushes over here, so I may end up getting spotted, but hopefully I'll be able to shoot before he does. Yeah, see, he's going through gaps in the bushes, but I can fire before he rotates. Dead. 2-2. We got a chance. But that 100 Yankees close to the Hummel down there somewhere, so I don't know how long the Hummel's going to be around. I'm worried. Oh, I was worried about the Echo 2 coming back through town. I didn't want to face him head to head, so I was going to circle around, but he's going to the south, so maybe I can get down here quick enough to squeeze off at least a shot on him. Ah, there goes the Hummel. 1 on 2. And the medium turns around. Time for me to turn around. I need to run for it. I can't win head to head against those 2. So I'm going to have to use my view range advantage and get some distance and then try to snipe him to death. He's pretty close, but I'll be able to use my buildings to get out of range sight. Now I'm going to fake over here to the right. I'm going to fake like I'm going this way, and then I'm going to turn back to the left. I want to pull them that way and think they can go that way and find me. Now, okay, head back that way. They saw me turning that way, so now it's been long enough I can cut back, and hopefully the Echo 2 was headed to the right when I last saw him, so hopefully he bites that deception and goes that way and buys me some time to get around here and to the south. My goal right now is to come all the way down and go like this. If they start capping, I don't want to come in here because then it's face to face. There's bushes right down in here. Hopefully I can sit back in here and aim in if they try to cap. I don't know if he's capping or just moving across cap. He's probably just moving across cap to the north, but I bet one of the two of them try to cap. Oh, the Hummel's telling me that I'm running. He doesn't know me very well. Like, shut up, dude. I'm not running. Just because you don't understand what I'm doing doesn't mean I'm running. I'm trying to set myself up in a position that makes sense to engage these guys. There's that one gap right here that's so good to fire through because you have bushes all the way around in here that can do it. Meanwhile, up here you have to be up on the hill or back here, and a lot of times you get spotted if they cap. Now they're both on cap. They're both there. So all I have to do is find them, and hopefully the bushes keep me from being seen. Let's see what happens. I say it like I don't know, but I do. So you can see what happens. I already know. So I'm praying right now I get to light one of them up and don't have to go around that building down at the corner there, and then it's probably not a win. There he is. Perfect. Move just a little bit forward, and I'll have a bush and a tree in between. No way he's going to see me. This is double bushing the best he can do it. I could have easily sat back there when I first saw him and fired from there and probably gotten seen, but I just moved forward. Moved forward 10 meters. Got the perfect position. Second shot, fire blind, but I hit him because I saw the capture points go down. Unfortunately, I need to find that Echo 2 and pop him because he has the majority of the cap points right now. So I'll move over this way. If he's hiding over on that side of the right side of the cap, I'll find him. There he is. Pull forward, get those bushes. Oh man, how perfect is that? Two tanks, 2 bushes, perfect position. Wow. Move forward, double bush, and now I get to kill the Echo 2. I'm going to take him out because I can kill him. Now it's 1-on-1. I don't know if he's going to move up against the building or move off cap. I'm going to move back where I was in the beginning. If he moves up against the building, I'll still be able to shoot him. Nope, he's moving off cap. Okay. He's trying to play smart, and he's going to come this way, here or here, come out this gap and try to pop me. So I'm going to go all the way around once again. My advantage right now is my view range. I don't want to let him close and get into close quarter combat with me because he has the advantage then. Because all he has to do is hit me once. The odds of me fighting close quarter with him and not letting him get a one shot as I close and get behind him are low. So I got time to go around. I'm going to make another big lap. I'm faster than him the whole time he's going like this. I'm going out here. So hopefully he doesn't move out to the field and hide in a bush, because then I'm dead and the game's over. But as long as he goes where I think he's going, then maybe I can surprise him. Hey, here's a hint, guys. If you're, especially if you're below 50%, I mean, I'm not trying to be like stat elitist or anything. I'm just saying, if you're below 50%, don't give advice to other people on how to play, especially if their record's a lot better than yours, and especially if they're trying to pull out a win. They need to concentrate on what they're doing. So unless you can tell they're doing something really stupid, then just stay quiet and let the guy work. Because if you start talking to him, all you're doing is distracting him. Now what they did by both going on cap was just dumb, because that let me get an easy kill. You've heard me talk about this before. Maybe one guy going on cap, one guy going set up to ambush. That made sense. Both people on cap, advantage me. And there was a little arty poetry right there. And unfortunately, it sucked just as bad as most arty players do. Don't get me wrong, I love arty. I'm one of the few people who like to have arty in the game. I think they're cool. Even though they kill me their fair share, I kill way more of them than they kill me. And now the Hummel's proven once again he's a total noob. Telling me I can park and have a sandwich and he can't cap. It's like, well, you know, in Encounter that's true. But why the hell do I want to play for a draw? I want to play for a win. And if he's thinking it's assault and I don't have to attack, well, that's just stupid because he still has time to cap an assault. So I don't know what he was trying to say, but there's a loser attitude to begin with. You don't play for draws. You play for wins if you can get the win. Now look at this. He sets himself up in the bush. I can fire him. I didn't have to try to find a bush because he just moved right into it for me. He did exactly what I thought, and I caught him right where I wanted to. He gets tracked. He untracks. He's doing all he can. He knows he has to move forward and find me, but there's enough bushes in a row there that he's not going to. I track him and I'm backing up in case he came through that other bush in time. Now he's tracked. He fires because there's nothing else he can do. He knows next shot kills him. He sees me, but who cares? He's dead. He actually tried to do it right there. He knew he had to come forward and figure out where I was. He ended up getting tracked one bush before he could have seen me. And at that point, he just fires his gun and hopes it just happens to be in the right direction. But that's his only option. He has to try. So he tried to do a good job. He tried to fake me out. It's just I was ahead of his game. If you ever listen to my OODA loop YouTube, well, I cut inside his loop and messed up his brain. So for this fight, I ended up with 1,628 XP, 1,596 damage, 4 kills, 13 of 16 shooting. That's 81%. Pretty good for 105. 770 assisted damage with 4 spots. Defender medal. And I got 28,718 credits profit. So, you got to see all 3 types of using environmental concealment while shooting. The first, up here with the T-37, where I just sat in the bush and fired. He went down here behind this little hill, or else he would have seen me. And I did it there because there's the potential for so many other tanks out here. If I move outside the bush, somebody else was going to spot me. I also knew I was just going to run anyway. I don't ever stay in this bush past the initial spot. So I'm taking a shot and bailing right away. Now, there are other times where it's perfectly fine to sit in the bush and fire, even though you know you're going to lose the bush's cambo. Think about this. Early on, Lakeville. Everybody's 450 meters away down to the south. You can fire at them. There's no way in hell they're going to see you. Who cares? Okay, if you see somebody moving up the middle road or whatever. Anyway, the point is, if they're far enough away, they're not going to see you even without any camo. Don't worry about it. Fire away. Maybe there's a guy there that needs one more shot to kill him, and he's backing up. He's going to be behind cover. Take the shot and get the kill. Unless you know there's so many tanks pointed at you, you're going to die too. Maybe it's a high priority target where you just want to ding the heck out of him, get him to back up and move out of there. So you take the shot and run. There's times where it makes sense to do it. However, most of the time, if you know you're going to be spotted when you shoot, then at least go to the advanced method, back up. If you can afford to do it, back up until your bush goes opaque, like I did over here with the T-37. Again, I got in the bush, I saw him, backed up, bush turns opaque. I see the red outline silhouette of my target, and then normally I fire at him. Now in this case, he went down behind that little, he went into the ditch again, so I couldn't. And you can repeat that. When you fire a couple times, he goes invisible, pull back up, reacquire the target, back up again. And then the final method is, you saw it over here, shooting at the M44 the first time. I had a bush and a tree in the way. I could fire, never got lit up, even though I was, 100 meters away maybe? If that had been in the open, he would have seen me even before I fired. But because of bushes and trees, he couldn't. And then came all the way around. I saw the 100 Yankee on cap. All I had to do was pull forward 10, 20 meters. I got a second layer of trees and bushes in between me and him. Was able to fire at him a couple times. And then I had to move around and find the Echo mic. Come over here, or the Echo 2. I found both of them. Just perfectly positioned to where 2 bushes masked both of them for me. And I was able to take out the Echo 2 without either of them seeing me. And at that point, the TD ran. I made another complete lap to catch him back here. And once again, Now this time he moved into a bush. It was just bad luck on his part. As I approached, he moved behind a bush, and that allowed me to shoot him a couple times. He tried to come forward and get rid of the concealment that the bushes were offering, but I got a good track on him, and as I fired the last time, he finally saw me, but it was too late because he died. So you got to see an example of all three of the types of using concealment and shooting. If you don't do it, if you don't do anything beyond the basic, learn how to do the other two. It doesn't have to be when you're initially spotting. You saw me later in the fight take advantage of it as you're moving around the map. Be aware of what's around you. Be aware of what's almost over at his end. Like in the last case, the bush that shielded me was way closer to my target than it was to me. In other cases, they were in between halfway. In the first case, it was close to me. Doesn't matter where they are, as long as they're in between. And you get to see the silhouette between the two, they can't see through it. So be aware of that on almost every map in the game. You can do this at least once in a while. Some maps don't have a lot of environmental concealment in the form of bushes and trees. Even on Himmelsdorf, you can use it once in a while. Okay? So be aware and take advantage of it when it's there. The difference between shooting and getting seen and shooting and not getting seen is huge in the terms of you maximizing your effectiveness on the offensive end of the game. It's going to allow you to increase your damage per game, increase your kills per game, most likely increase your assisted damage per game, and it's going to lead to a better win rate. So it helps you almost all the way across the board in what you do as a scout. Practice it, get better at it, and reap the benefits as you go. From Siegfried Line, using my environmental concealment to get me this win. Happy hunting.